Hey friends, it's me. I want to sing that Taylor Swift song every time I say it's me. It's kind of like Adele every time we say hello, we have to sing that. Focus, Sarah, focus. Okay, so I did my mail route and I binge listened to a whole bunch of stuff. And number one, if you're a coach or you're curious about it, you should listen to the National Wake Up Call with Dr. Mariah White. I'm unsure if that was yesterday's or last week's because I'm kind of running behind, but if you need help finding it, let me know. She talked a lot about her story, about how she actually was sitting in her closet with a gun, ready to use it when she got another invitation from her coach. And how in that moment she was like, I have someone else sees I have value, and just because this has been my story doesn't mean it has to be my story, and I can change my journey. And that's a very dramatic story, but it's also really powerful because I know that some of you, this will change the entire trajectory of your freaking life. And I'm not talking about you coaching or any of that. I'm talking about you just deciding that you're going to get out of your own way and you're not going to come up with all the proof that you can't, or it's too hard, or it's too expensive, or there's too many obstacles. We always collect proof, and your proof can work either way. It can either work in keeping you stuck and keeping you small and keeping you sad, or you can decide that something has to change and you're going to start to look for proof that you're capable and you're powerful and you're brave and you are able to do whatever the thing is that you keep telling yourself you can't. So on this Tuesday, I hope that you decide to redefine your story. And you don't have to wait for a Monday or a new month or a new year. You can decide at any point that you're going to do something different and that you're going to show up and you are just going to do the next right thing. I also think there's so much power in a program. I know body is the new thing, right? It's a live workouts. That's totally cool. That speaks to some people. I'm not going to say I'm OCD, but I'm kind of OCD. I like to follow a plan. I like to have a list. My brain is very systematic in the way that it works. That's just who I am. It's who I've always been. So I like following a program. I like checking things off a calendar. I like logging stuff. That's probably why having a gratitude practice and journaling and the things that I share about with personal development is probably why it works so well for me. And some of you, it's not going to resonate and you're going to have to come up with your own way. And that's totally cool because it's personal and it's your own journey that you're on. Welcome to it. I hope you take ownership of it. But if you have resisted this, it's time for you to put that story on the shelf, okay? It's not, unless you feel amazing in your skin and you're living your best freaking life, it doesn't serve you. And so grab my hand or whoever is your coach in this group and just start a program. It's not a marriage proposal. It's not a tattoo. It's not forever. And it's okay to get 1 week into something and be like, I don't like this, and to try something different. But I was thinking about that today, how when I feel the best in my life, and I'm not talking about physically, that always seems to come when you're actually feeling really good and feeling proud and you're engaged with your journey and you're showing up to it like a proud person, the results naturally show up. And it's kind of like turning on a light bulb, right? Like you're magnetic and it's naturally attractive and all the other things come. But like when you're in flow, when you're actually doing what you know you need to do, it feels so good. And that is a feeling that's really easy to lose sight of. Like we get 100% with one area, right? And we feel really good. And then we kind of get off track and we forget how good we felt. And it becomes this like really big thing. Like, I don't know how I'm going to get back on track, instead of just doing the thing and taking the action and trusting the process. So what am I telling you? What are all these words meaning? I want you to start today. I know Thanksgiving is Thursday. I know you're probably going to eat your body weight in pie. Fist bumps. Go for it. I hope you do. I hope you roll around naked with whipped cream. I hope you live your best freaking life. You don't have to give up all the things in order to start something new, in order to change your story and to get momentum and to feel really proud. The other part of this is, just because something is trendy, just because you hear us talking about lift more, or I'm doing XB, and some of the girls are doing healthy obsession, which is over on body. Some people are spinning. Everyone's doing their own thing, and it's really easy to get caught up in the cycle of comparison. Well, they're doing it, and you kind of start to like become unsure of what you should be doing. You need to do what you need. What makes you feel good? What makes you feel alive? What makes you feel good in your skin? Maybe it's yoga. Maybe it's running. Maybe it's dance. Maybe it is lifting weights. And maybe you have obstacles in your way, and I don't know how to do that in my house. Well, you know what? You could start with like freaking water jugs. You can use what you have. Stop looking for reasons why you can't, and instead start looking for all the ways that you can show up and you can get momentum and you can be proud. Because the second you make the decision that you're going to start harvesting all those things, that I am going to look for the good, and I am going to be grateful in my life today, and I am going to be proud because I chose to show up, even if it's for 5 minutes, that's still a freaking win. When you start to collect proof of that, it shifts everything. And before you know it, you don't have to change everything because you start to get momentum. It starts to build speed. You start to feel more confident and more proud and more capable and more able. And you try something different that maybe you prejudged before, or maybe you had a story that kept you from doing it. So the moral of the story is this is a personal journey. I never run a group where it's like we all have to march and do the same thing and we all need to eat the same thing and drink the same thing. Like, ew, I don't want to live that life. I know what I need right now, and I didn't. So if you're like, I don't know what I need, I didn't. I hurt myself after Lift More, which is so annoying. I felt so good during that program. I felt so strong. I got awesome results. And then I started a low impact workout and I freaking hurt myself on day 2. What the hell? So unfair. And I stayed in a pity party like some of the other girls. I know you're in a pity party. You're dealing with sickness or injury or stuff is happening in your life, and it's really tempting and seductive to get into this pity party. Things are too hard. I'm out of flow. And the more we repeat that, the more it becomes our truth. So if that convicts you today, or you feel some like heart tug, well, if that has been your truth, it's been your truth. But now is a fresh day. It's a new start. Even if you watch this at freaking midnight, I don't care. You get to decide, I'm going to do what's right for me. I'm going to do what's right for me. And maybe that means you do some of these 5-minute workouts on BOD, or maybe you go for a walk, or you start swimming, or you start running. Like, try something different. Allow yourself to find your spark. I think that sometimes we get really caught up in this story that life is too busy and I don't know where to begin. And if I can't do it all right, I shouldn't do it at all. And you just kind of sell yourself. You sell yourself out. You throw yourself under the bus. I've done it. Coaching keeps me honest. It keeps me committed. There'd be so many times that I'd probably just be over there rolling around naked with Doritos and donuts and not living my best life, feeling really bad. And when you feel really bad, it seems like it's just a mountain and you don't know what to do. You do the next right thing. You move your body. You drink some water. You eat something that serves you. And you plug into a community and tribe and you say, this is what I did. You start to collect your proof. You start to look for the ways that you're winning. You start to just pile all those things up. And before you know it, you start to kind of find your groove, and it becomes easier. And it becomes easier to see all the ways you're winning and all the cool, epic things that you are capable of doing, that you are already doing. So you are her now. You don't have to wait for a number or a size. You don't need to wait for the calendar to be checked off, for all the things to line up. You get to choose to be that next level version of yourself today. Today. It's not an overnight change, but it's a mindset thing. It's a heart set thing. You can decide that you are going to put in the work and that you're going to do the next right thing, even if it looks imperfect, even if it's messy, even if there's days you don't really like it or want to, you can show up for it. And you're also allowed to change your mind. If you're doing something that just, maybe you started doing healthy obsession and then something happened and now you don't feel good doing it. You don't have to ride that dead horse home. You can put that horse in the stable and let it rest for a little bit and pick up something different. There's so many things on BOD. If you're dealing with an injury, there's meditation, there's sound bowls, there's so many things that you can focus on. You could do nutrition. We have a 21-day epic and amazing nutritional reset. It's called the Ultimate Reset. It does require a lot of prep and cooking. I've done it 3 times now. Have I done it 3 times? I think so. Maybe just twice. I think I did it twice, and I lived once through Katie while she did it. The first time I lost 14 pounds. The second time I lost 10 pounds. I felt so good. So good. I started to sleep better. My inflammation went down. My periods totally changed and were easier. I was all rah, rah, when Marshall came home. It was a good thing on all accounts. Is it challenging? Yes. Is this the time of year to do it? I don't know. Maybe not. It's up to you, right? Maybe you do it in January. Start to make your plan. Stop waiting for everything to line up. Stop waiting for all your ducks to be in a row, because if you're like me, you might have squirrels and they could be at a rave. But you start today. You don't wait for next Monday or next month or next year or when all the things align. There are so many ways that you can make this work in your life. And if you want to do this, but you're like, I can't afford that, we need to have a conversation, because there's ways we can make you be able to figure out how to afford it. You can help people on the journey with you. So you get bonus accountability, and bonus, you maybe create some space in your finances that you didn't have before. At the end of the day, I just want you to feel good. I want you to be harder to kill. I want you to feel proud in your skin. I want you to feel alive and good, and not just be going through the motions of checking it off, like, oh, I drank my water. Oh, I did my workout. Oh, I posted in the group. If that's where you're at, you need to find some spice in your life with this journey, my friends. And if you don't know how to do that, you're going to message me and we're going to make a plan, because it's your journey. I want you to win. I don't want you to be my carbon copy. I even want to be my own carbon copy sometimes, because I'm a work in progress right alongside you. But this is your life. This is your life. This is your life. So if it doesn't feel good, if you don't feel proud, if you don't feel excited to get up, inspired to show up, I'm not talking about inspired to push play at 4:30 in the morning. I don't really think anyone is inspired to do that. But have some excitement and some sense of pride and accomplishment and joy in the fact that you are able to work on this journey, that you're able and capable of showing up to your journey. It's a mindset shift, and it's something that at some point we all have to pivot and work on, myself included. There's been plenty of times in my journey where I haven't wanted to. Most recently, I was in such a funk. And my funk was like a little pet, and I kept taking it out and talking about my funk, and I was like in my funk. I was happy in my funk, even though I felt like crap. And if you feel like crap, you don't need to wait until after Christmas. You don't need to wait until after New Year's. You can start today and collect your proof. You can become proud in who you are today. It's not about a number. You are not a before and after. You are not. You are not a before and after. You are who you are right now, and that person is worthy of you showing up and doing the work and seeing it through and building the freaking belief. If you don't believe in yourself, I want you to hear my words in your head that I believe in you and your life is worthy of showing up for, that you're capable of doing this. And your transformation, it's not about the number, it's not about the size, it's about who you become along the way, and it's about falling in love with yourself as you are, because you're a rad, epic, amazing person, and we need you in this world. So I want you to feel good. I want you to feel proud. I want you to feel inspired to show up. And more importantly, I want you to choose momentum over motivation. Choose momentum today. Choose to do the thing, even if it's 5 minutes, even if it's just an extra glass of water, even if it's 2 pages of a personal development book. If you need it, I want you to show up for it, and I want you to catalog it, log it in your wins, collect your proof that you did it, because you're worth it. Okay? Okay.